Folks, my first guest tonight won an Emmy as Jack Bauer in 24. He now plays the President of the United States in Designated Survivor. Please welcome Kiefer Sutherland.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good. Thank you very, very much.
Nice to meet you.
Well,
never met before, I don't think.
No, we have never met before, and I have to tell you, my mom and I were huge fans of the Stephen Colbert Show.
Oh, that's lovely.
And I was in England working on the last season of 24, and apparently you had slipped and broke your wrist.
I did. I was before the show. I ran out. I slipped, and the cameras are actually on. Strangely, I slipped, and I broke this wrist right here. Yeah.
Well, my mother did an impersonation for me over the phone of you breaking your wrist, which I have to say was maybe one of the funniest conversations I've ever had. So I want to thank you for that.
How do you break your wrist over the phone? I don't understand. I don't think. Did I say anything?
You did actually. You said, "People, I'm in a lot of pain," and you stayed in character. And I think she was. My people, I really actually hurt myself. I'm in a lot of pain. And then you went on with the rest of the show. And her impersonation of that, which took a lot longer than your accident took.
Yes.
Probably made me laugh more that year than any other thing. So, but I'm glad to see that you're
well. You know, thank you very much. You know, we started something called Wrist Strong. I wore a red band. We raised money for the Yellow Ribbon Fund for people people who had been wounded in Afghanistan or Iraq, so their family could come be with them while they're in the hospital.
Fantastic.
And we have these. I still have a couple back here. Would you? This is the old Wrist Strong bracelet. Would you like to give that to your mom?
I would love to, and for now, I'm going to wear it proudly.
Okay, good.
Great.
Good.
Thank you.
Well, wonderful. That's awfully nice. Now, did she name you? Because you've got an amazing name.
No.
Can you tell the people out here the entirety of your name?
My full name is Kiefer William Frederick Dempsey George Rufus Sutherland.
Wow.
And
that's a long birth.
It's a. I was born at a time when in London, England, excuse me, where they didn't let the husband or the father in the room. And so he had nothing to do. He's just been sitting around. And my mom had twins. I have a twin sister named Rachel. So he was by himself for quite some time, and I think he got bored. And so he went and gave me a lot of names.
Did he get bored and have a cocktail? Because
I think very most likely, because it really did piss my mom off. Because I don't think she approved of any of the names.
Okay, can you tell me where any of the Kiefer? Is that a family name?
Kiefer was a writer by the name of Warren Kiefer.
Okay.
Had worked with my dad.
William?
William was just a middle name.
Frederick?
My father's father.
Dempsey?
My mother's maiden name.
George?
My father's best friend.
Okay. Rufus?
We've never figured it out. I'm serious.
Really?
We've never figured it out, and he's never told me.
Do you think there is a reason, or is he hiding something?
I think it's nefarious, and I think there absolutely is a reason.
Wow. Because they're all lovely names, but Rufus might be the most interesting one in there. Not everybody is a Rufus. You and Rufus Wainwright are the only Rufuses I know.
Yeah, and then stick a Kiefer in there, and
you're
good to go.
Kiefer, was that a challenging name as a child to have Kiefer?
It was. When I was growing up, they had a dairy drink that was called Kiefer.
Sure, they shall have that.
So they made fun of me for that, and then right around 12 years of age, it became Reefer, which...
That's pretty early.
Which was a little annoying.
That's pretty early. Did you grow up in England, or did you grow up in the United States?
I grew up in the U.S. and in Canada.
Oh, okay. That's split the difference between the United States and England. You just go to Canada for a while.
Yes, that's right. We jumped off the boat early.
Well, when you were a young actor living out in L.A., I understand you had some pretty incredible roommates. Was it Robert Downey Jr.?
Yep.
And
Sarah Jessica Parker.
And you.
Billy Zane and myself. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you were all just. None of you were all like poor as church mouse.
We were just starting. Yeah.
Wow.
We were just
and take any job probably.
We did take any job. I mean, anything that we could get at that time.
Oh, it's the same thing for me. Yeah. Actually, now I understand. Is this the first job? Is this the
Yes.
first thing?
Yeah, but that was even before before I was living with those guys. That was actually in New York.
Okay, this is
Awful.
brace yourself. There he is. Shrink to fit 501s.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'll tell you.
What year is this? Do you mind me asking?
I think it's like 84, 83.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you a sad story about that. So I was with a great friend of mine, Jude Cole, and I was maybe about 20, 21 years old. And we were in a jeans store buying jeans. And I heard him come out of a dressing room, and he was laughing. And he was laughing so hard, he couldn't stop crying. And I said, what's wrong, man? What's wrong? And he said he couldn't stop laughing. And then I saw the door swing open, and it wasn't this poster, it was a worse one, where I was literally standing up like this. Like that. Yeah. So I immediately, I took that poster.
Yes.
I went to the manager of the store, asked him if they had any more, told him I would buy them from him. And I've yet to see another one, but it was from that photo shoot. And
Wow.
that photo shoot got me enough money to to go out to Los Angeles.
Well, then it was worth it. It was worth it. Can I
Till
ask you
now.
something? Can you still pull it off? Can you, Jim, Dante, can you bring the camera around a little bit here? Can we just see? Would you mind giving this a shot? See if you can still, do you still
Doing the
have the
pose?
magic? Teach me how to do it. Teach
I
me.
don't know. Clearly, I didn't know how to do it.
Come on, look. Pull out, pull wide.
Like
Come on.
Cleveland.
Smokey, show me. I'll do it. I'll show you. Watch this. Here, you hold this up.
Okay.
Are they ready? Okay. What do we got going here? Yep.
Very well done. Very well done.
I'm ready to be a stand-in for you at any time.
Very well done.
Well, of course, everything worked out. You know, now you're famous. You know, Kiefer Sutherland with all the accolades and the shows, and now you got the new one, Designated Survivor, where you play someone who is entirely sort of unqualified to be president, and somehow you get the job, surprising everybody under some pretty horrible conditions. And how does it end?
We're working on that.
Working on it?
We're working on that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
No, it's a.
Who was your character?
It's a challenge to write a political show at this precise moment.
I'm aware.
I think you got 9 or 10 writers sitting in a room trying to think of something that's going to be just shocking and unbelievable, and I think they're having a pretty tough time with it right now.
Yeah, reality tends to leapfrog you, no matter what you think of.
Yeah.
So. We have a clip here coming up. Can you tell me what's going on? I think you're talking to a counselor or something?
On our show we take a break midway through the season, and we're coming back on Wednesday, and in the very last episode before we took the break, my wife was killed in a horrific car accident.
Oh, gosh.
And so he is now talking to a therapist about his anger over that circumstance.
So this is the president talking to his counselor. Jim?
Yeah.
I grieve for my wife every day.
Do you grieve in public?
No.
So you grieve in private?
Yes.
Have you cried?
What the hell does that matter?
Because grief is a ritual. And if you don't engage in the ritual either in public or in private...
What the hell do you expect of me?
It's what you expect of yourself, Tom. And if you think your behavior is adaptive, I'm not sure why you want to see me. And don't tell me it's because your staff made you.
I would recommend that to our present commander-in-chief, too. Well, we got to go here in a minute, but I understand you have your own band. Is it called the Kiefer Sutherland Band?
Yeah.
Okay, we got one of your actual T-shirts here. Is this it? Is this it right here?
That's from the last tour.
This is the Kiefer Sutherland Band, okay. The Not Enough Whiskey Tour, and all your tour dates here on the back. And I wanted to thank you for being here. It was lovely to have you on for the first time.
Thank you so much.
We've made a commemorative T-shirt for tonight's show. This is Kiefer Sutherland, Late Show appearance.
Awesome.
Ed Sullivan Theater, 2018.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Here.
Thank you very much.
Take them or give them to the homeless.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Designated Survivor returns tomorrow on ABC. Kiefer Sutherland, Kiefer, Rufus. Kiefer Sutherland, everybody. We'll be right back with Life in Pieces. Zoe, Lister, Joe,